Only 5 games remain for both the Philadelphia Wings and Saskatchewan Rush. Tied for 11th place, but just 1 game back of the 8th and final playoff spot. It's a must-win for both teams tonight. Some weeknight lacrosse here in the city of brotherly love as a couple of teams that have been very busy as of late square off here tonight. The Saskatchewan Rush and the Philadelphia Wings getting together at Wells Fargo Center in a game that is huge in the NLL standings. And here's a look at exactly why this game is so big. They come in tonight, these teams tied at 5 and 8 there on the right side of your screen. They're trying to get over to the left side of the screen, and the winner of this game will have a huge up on trying to make up some of that ground. As you can see, there's just a log jam right now in the bottom 2/3 of the NLL standings. Hello everyone and welcome inside Wells Fargo Center for National Lacrosse League action alongside former Wings captain Scott Gabrielson. I'm Brian Smith. Mary McGinnis will join us on the floor in just a few minutes. Well, it is a jam-packed race right now, Scott, and these two teams both have some work to do, and one of them is going to get started doing it tonight.
Yes, it starts tonight, 5 and 8, both of them. It's moving day for someone. Since they're both at 5 and 8, someone's going to step forward, somebody's going to step back, but a really big game for the Wings at home. We'll see what they can do with the traveling Rush. Both
of these teams have an offense that really centers around a couple of main guns on both sides of the floor.
Well, for the Philadelphia Wings, they're going to lean on the scoring prowess of number 24, Mitch Jones. He's had 2 huge back-to-back games where he scored 9 points. He had 4 goals and 5 assists against both the Georgia Swarm and last weekend versus Vancouver. His vision on the floor is something special, and throughout, although 9th in points in the National Lacrosse League, he's number 4 in assists with 58. Look for him to be involved in almost every scoring possession. First, for the visiting Saskatchewan Rush, the leader of the team is former Drexel Dragon Robert Church, number 17. He's a well-rounded scorer that leads his team in all scoring categories with 37 goals, 37 assists for 74 points, and his goals scored is good for number 8 in the National Lacrosse League. But watch his sharpshooter on the power play. He leads the National Lacrosse League in power play goals with 12.
Philadelphia Wings, Saskatchewan Rush, just about set to go tonight. Here's our goaltending matchup.
For Saskatchewan, it's going to be Frank Chiliano right there. 5 and 7, 11.62 goals against, 77 save percentage. Number 92 between the pipes. For the Wings, Zach Higgins, 12.13, 78% on the save percentage there. Tough game for him last week. He traded or shared some time with Deacon Knott.
Let's send it down to the floor to the third member of our crew. Mary McGinnis is with Mitch Jones.
Mitch, 18 points in the last 2 games. What's allowed you to be so effective?
Just moving the ball with my teams. I think we're looking for a win here. We're a desperate team trying to make that final push for the playoffs here.
Thanks, good luck.
Thank you.
Mitch Jones with 9 points in each of the last 2 games. He's never done that in his career before, where he's had 9 or more in 2 straight. He had a span last season where he had 8 points and then a franchise record 14-point game after that. But bouncing back in a big way from one game where he was just about held off the board.
Yes, very consistent. Let's look at the battle of the face-off dot right here. Saskatchewan, they're last in the league at 30%. Hard to say because Philly's been having their struggles right there. Mike Messenger, number 8 for Saskatchewan versus Nick Rolette out of Michigan for Philadelphia.
Rolette's been pretty strong for the Wings since joining the team a few games in. Here's a quick opportunity right off the hop, 12 seconds in. Zach Higgins has to make his first save. Saskatchewan used 3 different face-off guys last weekend. They played a back-to-back last weekend, 23rd and 24th. They lost both ends of it at New York and at Georgia. So they're trying to snap a little bit of skid here. Here's Blaze Reardon moving in as he falls to the turf. Got a shot away that was wide. And the Rush to that one.
And this is a rare midweek game on a Thursday night. This is rescheduled from a snow game back in January. So both teams on a short week.
It wasn't snowing here, but it was snowing an awful lot between here and Western Canada back in mid-January. And a lot of the Rush players couldn't make it to Philadelphia. And that's why we are here tonight. This created a situation of 3 games in 8 days for the Wings. This is game number 2 of that schedule. They're going to be right back here in less than 48 hours, Scott. 1 o'clock start here at Wells Fargo Center on Saturday.
Yes, big week for Philadelphia. 3 games at home over 8 days.
And that game on Saturday going to be against the Buffalo Bandits as a shot whistles wide. Here's Mans with it. He's trying to create some room. Tried to skip one out in front. That was knocked down. And Alex Pace to the loose ball. Wings do have a path to claw back into a playoff spot if they win both of these games. And get some help in some of the other. It's a pretty quiet week around the NLL.
And it is, every game matters right now, and the mentality has to be just one game at a time. Focus on the one at hand. Win each game that you're playing. Don't look forward. Look right ahead of you. Don't look too far forward. Look right at the game in front of you.
Wings abandon the possession with the shot clock winding down, and there's head coach Jimmy Quinlan.
Interesting scenario for Saskatchewan. Co-head coaching duties. Jimmy Quinlan mixes it up with Derek Keenan, a legendary player and coach himself.
These two guys have some connections, as Quinlan was a player back when Paul Day was hired as the general manager and head coach of this franchise when it was in Edmonton back in 2006. Paul Day acquired Jimmy Quinlan on the day of the expansion draft from Toronto, and then he spent 9 years in Edmonton. And his number retired there.
Yeah. Then you just saw Paul Day, the head coach and general manager for the Philadelphia Wings, trying to get his team going.
Little battle on the floor right now with a loose ball with several players trying to pick this one free. Ben McIntosh is in the middle of all that. And finally the whistle blown, and it will go to Saskatchewan. And both of these teams have had their struggles as of late, especially offensively. Saskatchewan was tied up pretty good in their game against New York last weekend. And finally did get some scoring going against Georgia, but then the Swarm came back and got that win. Here's a chance up front, and we get the game's first goal. It'll go to the Rush. It is a 1-0 early lead.
Clark Walter, number 9, looks like he gets that first goal, sitting right in front of Higgins. Little fake finish for the first goal. Let's take another look at it right here in front. Loose ball. Keenan, nice little pick and roll, fake finish for Walter, great goal. Keenan is always looking to feed first, and boy does he get a nice one right there. Dominy a little late on that switch. Walter catch, release, gets his 12th goal on the season.
Walter in his 3rd season here with the Rush. Has 24 assists to go along with these 12 goals so far this year.
You're talking about the game last week. Saskatchewan lost to Georgia at Georgia 9-7. They only scored 7 goals. So Saskatchewan's trying to increase their scoring tonight. It's a good start, taking the lead on Philadelphia 1-0.
Here's Ben McIntosh getting it to Joe Resetarits off the bench, and right back to McIntosh to that right side. This is Katoni with it, winds and fires. Rather, that was Mitch Jones, and the save made. Picked up and brought the other way by the Rush. In transition, here comes Saskatchewan with the chance. Drop back off, big drive put in on Higgins, and he makes the stop. Standing up Ryan Barnable. Wings right back at it. Here's Resetarits firing it low and wide. He was checked as he took that shot. Loose ball, though, comes back out to Jones. And he'll fling it over to Resetarits on the left side.
Both teams are going to try to play fast tonight. Move the ball, transition, push, run and gun.
Here's Jones. Trying to find a lane to the net. Gets a shot away. Shiliano knocks that aside. And a big hit laid on a wing in the far corner. As that loose ball battled for, that was Mike Messenger.
Mike Messenger, one of the best defensemen in the National Lacrosse League. You see why. Boy, he is an eraser. He just erased Tate Katoni going for that loose ball. Messenger's been great with caused turnovers. and loose balls. Leads the team with 94.
Wings with a defensive stop, and now in transition trying to get something going. Jones in the right side corner with it. He'll be double teamed as the Wings still trying to get the offense out on the floor. Gets it off to McIntosh. To LeClaire and back to McIntosh. McIntosh fired it away from Jones. He could not settle the loose ball. Comes toward Rezataritz. Able to flick it to the corner. They battle for it along that near wall. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor with 9:15 left to go in the first quarter. Early goings here in Philadelphia as the new week gets underway here in the National Lacrosse League, and Saskatchewan out to the 1-0 lead. The March to May is brought to you by NLLshop.com. A Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything. Welcome back to Philadelphia as the NLL kicks off week number 18. Pretty light week in the league, only 4 games on the schedule, and 2 of them involve the Philadelphia Wings. First one here tonight, and Saskatchewan with possession out to an early 1-0 lead. Again, this game not on your original schedule if you printed it out back in December. It's supposed to be mid-January, but inclement weather in the middle part of the country kind of paralyzed the airports. We couldn't get it done that weekend, so here we are tonight on this Thursday evening as a shot rings off the post. That was Patrick Dodds finding iron.
Again, we talked about the short week. Saskatchewan was at New York and Georgia last weekend.
There's one that is able to squeak through Zach Higgins as Robert Church bounces one off the turf and it finds its way over the line. Saskatchewan now has a 2-0 lead.
Robert Church, we highlighted him in the open, the former Drexel Dragon coming home to Philadelphia. First shot goes in from outside, shot clock winding down. Church just takes it from outside. Looks like it slips right under Higgins' elbow. Coming from left to right, straight across the cylinder, takes that shot, puts the ball in. That's his 38th goal on the season.
And for both Church and Mitch Jones, the big guns on these two teams, they're sneaking up on round numbers in their careers. That is for Church, career point number 795, so he could hit 800 tonight. Mitch Jones is the same distance away from 600. He starts the evening 6 away from that milestone.
And both of them have the scoring ability to break that record tonight.
Here's Saskatchewan with a new possession. They will work it around the floor. Here is Church up top. Skips it off to Mans, and they'll move it to the right side corner. Skipped off left side, a save made by Higgins. And he'll hold that rebound for Isaiah Davis-Allen.
Nice save by Higgins. Saskatchewan is a young, very fast team. They're going to try to push it, move the ball around, get their shots on the run.
Here's Jones. Off from McIntosh, and now into the corner. That is Sam LeClaire with it. LeClaire heading toward the net, played one low, save made by Chiliano. He got the stick between the legs and kept that one out.
Chiliano, another big goaltender in the league, 6'4", 290 pounds, a big body. Put that equipment on him, there's not much room to shoot at. He just had a great save there.
Ryan Keenan with a bid that is knocked off the end blast by Higgins, and Scott Dominy gets to that loose ball. Get game day ready and shop your favorite team's jerseys and merchandise. Head to NLLshop.com to get all your National Lacrosse League and team gear today. Chiliano with another stop. And here comes Saskatchewan back up the floor here in the early goings.
Number 91, Tate Katoni on the floor. He was out for the past couple of games. Good to see him healthy, taking shots. Younger brother upholding.
Walter with another chance, and Higgins is up to the task there. Here's Alex Pace up the floor. Gets it to Rezataritz off the bench. Rezataritz looking for room. Comes up high, dips it down. McIntosh with a shot, save made by Siciliano. And the loose ball goes to Saskatchewan. They're quickly up the floor the other way. Here's a low bid on Higgins, and this one gets through. That's Jake Boudreau with the shot. His 7th goal of the year. And Saskatchewan now leads at 3-0.
Fast-moving offense by Saskatchewan. Get the ball down, get it back up. Boudreau with an up pick and roll. Watch him coming across, just lets it go low. Beats Higgins, looks like the 5-hole. Little jab step, lets it go with the lefty sidearm. 5-hole goal, Boudreau.
Boudreau, one of the alternate captains here for this Saskatchewan club.
He's one of the guys that does it all. He's got 94 loose balls on the season. That's tied for first with Messenger. That is a very active player that's doing it all.
Scott Domine gets to the loose ball deep in his own end off the face-off, and he's going to accelerate up the floor. Tried to play it off right side, a little bit off the mark, but it comes off the glass to Jones. And Jones will shift it left side for Reza Terrence. Reza Terrence, double team, back to Jones, fires and scores! Mitch Jones gets the Wings on the board. And they've got the first tally of the night, 5:39 left in the first quarter.
Really nice active offensive set by Philadelphia. Get it from the left side of the right side, back to the left side to Jones coming down low with the snipe shot. Great goal by Jones. Look at Reza Terrence. A lot of action. Katoni loses his helmet, gets it over to Jones, who sets up high stick, shoots it low. Beautiful blast from outside for Jones. As you saw for him, that's his 25th goal on the season, his 83rd point for Mitch Jones.
He's had 10 of those goals in the last 2 games before this one. He's come up one shy of a sock trick on both nights. He's been getting his points this year for the most part, but a lot of them have been assists. The goal scoring really starting to pick up, though, for Mitch Jones' last couple of times out. Here's Reza Terrence, could not quite catch that pass. And here comes Saskatchewan with haste the other way. They'll roll off the pressures. The Wings got the defense out the back door, and they'll get things set up.
Keenan, 15, is the starts with the ball on his stick, likes to look first for the feeds. It's been Church and Mans that's been scoring the goals, but Keenan's been very effective, the coach's son.
Here's an opportunity for Kozevnikov, and that one skipped just wide. And the Wings will get to this one, and Ian Lord, the veteran defender, settling things down to Jones off the bench, and now to that right side. It's around to Sam LeClaire, back to Jones. Jones out in front, a shot stopped by Siciliano. As Ben McIntosh is denied. Quickly the other way, here's Saskatchewan, another one skipped wide. Loose ball picked up by Philadelphia, and they're coming the other way quickly with speed. This is Armstrong trying to get through a couple of defenders, and he'll have to roll off as the Rush were able to get a couple of guys out just in time to get that thing going.
You saw the speed of Mitch Armstrong, put it in a second gear, 5th gear all the way. 19-year-old rookie coming in, showing some wheels for Philadelphia.
So that's Reardon with the chance in front. I was going to say, that's Ben McIntosh's stick that the referee is holding, so I'm sure that had something to do with why he wasn't out on that possession. As Church now will wait for the offense to change. Saskatchewan getting set back up. 3.5 left here in this opening quarter. Saskatchewan starting this contest with 3 in a row before Mitch Jones answered for Philadelphia. Here is Keenan skipping to the net. Got one away. Sneaky little shot there that caught some iron. It's picked up by Church. Fresh 30 for the Rush.
A good offensive possession. Nice jab step by Keenan. That did hit the right-hand pipe.
They're working around, trying to find Keenan, cutting across the middle. It missed him. It's picked up by Mans. Now here's Walter coming out in front. Another shot stopped by Higgins. Rebound put back in. That one is turned aside, and it'll roll out in front of the net. We've got a delayed penalty call coming up here. It's going to be against Philadelphia as Ryan Wagner picks it up. It's going to be an elbowing call. And we're going to see Saskatchewan's first power play here late in this first quarter.
Looks like they're going to get Alex Pace for a high elbow. Let's hear what the call is.
So we'll have a Saskatchewan power play when we come back. 2:46 left to go in this first quarter, and the Rush looking to expand on a 2-goal lead.
Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center. I'm here with Saskatchewan Rush head coach Jimmy Quinlan. Jimmy, a 3-1 lead for your team so far. What have you liked about their start?
Well, I think we've done a good job in terms of getting pressure defensively and then moving our feet offensively, but we got a long ways to go here, and I think we can be a lot better. So that's what we expect.
Headed into the power play, what should we expect to see on this one?
Well, we got to get the ball hot. We got to find ourselves a good shot, and then we got to cash in. So, again, they've got a good penalty kill. We're going to have to move it. We're going to hopefully come up with something good here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Saskatchewan's power play 42% on the year, 4 for 10 last week, but the Wings penalty kill had a really rough time against Vancouver. 0 for 4 as Vancouver scored on all 4 of its power play attempts.
Well, the guy to watch for Saskatchewan is number 17, Robert Church. He leads the National Lacrosse League with 12 power play goals, so look for him as that right-hand shooter to put the ball in the net.
Wings get a stop on the first Saskatchewan possession, and they'll have an opportunity to kill some clock. Here's Joe Rezateritz on the left side. Saskatchewan is very stingy on shorthanded goals. They've only allowed 1 this whole season. Wings have scored 7, but it's been difficult to come by for opponents of the Rush this season.
That's impressive. I saw that stat. No doubt about that one.
And when the time comes, they've scored a ton. They've scored 9, but 4 of them came in the first game of the season. That was a remarkable showing for Saskatchewan against Halifax all the way back in early December. Here's Mann setting up on the power play, playing catch with Keenan. They'll go over to the left corner. Cross crease pass is put in on Higgins, and he's able to make the stop on Clark Walter, who has had a pretty good start to this game, Scott.
Yes, he has. Mann's also number 2. He's the facilitator on that power play. He's got 15 power play assists to go with Church's 12 power play goals. Surprised that they're not as effective in the league. They're 13th right now with 42% effectiveness.
Wings with a great scoring opportunity down the low as Holden Katoni was denied, and Saskatchewan still on the power play trying to come in transition. Wings do a good job, though, to get on the floor and snuff that out. Last minute of play here in this opening quarter. 8 seconds left on the power play as Saskatchewan works it around. Mann's off to the left side. He'll get it back. He's running things from the top of the power play. Now Pace out of the box as Mann shoots, and a save made by Higgins. Saskatchewan gets to that loose ball, and we'll get a fresh shot clock. We have about a 10-second difference between the clock and the game clock, so Saskatchewan will need to do something here. Skipped out in front. Here's a chance, and that one hit the post. No, it's in. It was the moment before it was signaled, but it's called a good goal.
Looks like Clark Walter again, number 9, coming across the crease. Diving shot. Let's take another look at that. You're going to get a challenge. There you see it. You see the toss of the red flag. Paul Day saying, no, I don't believe that one. Looked like he was in the crease. Let's take a look at it. Tiptoeing on the outside. Oh, that's going to be close. We're going to have to get a look at the overhead angle.
This is going to catch the goal post first, and so that delays its progression over the goal line. Post, Higgins back, and the question is going to be, when did Clark Walter land? Our crew chief is Todd LeBranch tonight. And he's going to get a chance to jump in and take a look at this one, as it's a bit of a close situation overall here, Scott.
Little unsettled situation Walter gets the ball. That launch foot you see right there on the left is well outside the crease. Hits the pipe. Then Higgins in the back. Looks like it breaks the plane before any body part hits the crease.
Todd LeBranch working tonight with Brent Colomb and Blair Ferguson on the floor. Matt Schwartz is our shot clock official. Yeah, he was fine taking off. It was it's when he lands, I think, is going to be the question here. And you know, for whatever it's worth, it's a decent challenge by Paul Day at this point, regardless, because it's going to slow things down a little bit. Everybody on the bench is getting a look at the scoreboard here at Wells Fargo Center, including Jeremy Quinlan, the head coach of the Rush. And for those of you that may not be familiar with this situation, Saskatchewan dismissed Bruce Alexander back in January. And GM Derek Keenan and Jimmy Quinlan became the co-head coaches for the remainder of the year. And they shuffled duties a little bit among the assistants.
You see Paul Day here right before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, he didn't hesitate to toss the flag there the moment he saw the first replay on the scoreboard here in Philadelphia.
The call on the floor is a good goal. I don't think we see anything to overturn it.
Yeah, we
from
see
the
Todd,
angle in real time, it kind of looked like he stepped in there because it was so close, but from the overhead angle, it's like he launched well outside that crease.
Todd LeBranch is looking at an angle right now that I think is going to give us the answer, because it's a shot along the floor. And here is another look from the corner of the building. So there's the post, back, and then elbow. Look at the right elbow of Clark Walter. That's going to be, I think, the first body part that hits the floor. And, you know, it's again, you mentioned it, Scott. The call on the floor is a goal, so they need conclusive evidence to overturn it. And I'm just not sure they're going to be able to tell for sure. Walter's elbow hits right there, but we don't know for sure where the ball is in the grand scheme of things. Let's see if we can see the elbow now from the overhead. Post, back, right there is probably where it's over the plane.
And the ball kind of hugs in the net right there for a little bit from the other angle.
Todd LeBranch looking at himself on the screen. So they're going to continue to look for some available angles here and try to figure this one out. Early goings here in Philadelphia as Paul Day is challenged what would be Saskatchewan's fourth goal of the game. Again, the Rush had a pretty good start to their last contest out against Georgia. Scored the game's first 4 goals. And they actually led that contest at halftime 4-0. They kept Georgia off the board the entire first half last weekend before Georgia came back in the second half. Here's our decision. Yeah, it's kind of what we thought, Scott. Not quite enough to go in there and change that, so it stands, and we're at a 4-1 score.
And Walter, that's his second of the night now. He's one of those other guys. He's got 11 goals on the season. That's now his 13th. He's stepping up. Normally the main scorers for Saskatchewan are Robert Church, Ryan Keenan, Zach Mans. Now you got Clark Walter adding to the scoring.
And that is his 5th multi-goal game of the season, but his first since February. As Saskatchewan wins that face-off, they're going to call a timeout here and set up a final possession with 17.3 seconds left in this first quarter. So another situation where obviously Saskatchewan off to a good start, Scott, but you know, as Georgia showed last week, you can come back on this team. They again, after the halftime break, outscored Saskatchewan 9-3. So you can bet the Wings know that, but you can also bet that the Rush don't want to see it happen again. As you see again the standings here, both teams trying to draw equal with Calgary tonight.
And really important games. We talked about it already. Philadelphia, 1 day off, and then match up with Buffalo. They're at 500. They're in that 7th position right there. Philadelphia needs to win tonight, beat Buffalo on Saturday to try to get into that great 8 on the left-hand side.
And the big thing for Saskatchewan, Scott, is if they get to 6 and 8 and they tie Calgary, their next set of games is a home against Calgary next weekend. You see here what's coming up for the rest of the weekend. The Wings in action again on Saturday, and a couple more contests there as well. And again, with a Rochester loss, Wings win both their games here this weekend. They could be up in that 8th spot. It's that close right now. Here are the Rush trying to get things going on this final possession as it's fired across the crease as the horn sounds, so the Wings get a stop. And they will limit that deficit to 3 after 15 minutes here at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. 1 quarter in the books. We got a lot ahead for you here tonight. Glad to have you along with us. Welcome back to Wells Fargo Center. Second quarter getting set to start between the Philadelphia Wings and the Saskatchewan Rush. And the Rush off to a great start, leading 4-1. They outshot the Wings 16-7 in that first quarter. They have a 5-1 advantage on face-off wins here, but the Wings well, they had the face-off, but knocked away, and it's going to be Saskatchewan picking it up. Scott, you've talked about this. The Wings like the second and fourth quarters because of the way they can attack the floor.
Yes, they do. They like that short bench. So, again, we call it the offensive end the front door. So now you're going to have a right-hander coming out of the front door, going on the shortest distance between the front door and the goaltender for a break. So we'll see what the Wings can do to try to pick up the pace of their offense.
Here's Church with a nifty feed out front, and that is over the line. Initially, that was waved off as a save, but it gets through Zach Higgins. And a fantastic highlight reel goal there for the Rush to start off this second quarter. It's 5-1.
And it's big Mike Triolo right there with the pick and roll. 12th on the season, the 6'8", 225-pounder takes a nice pass on the pick and roll and finishes. Look at Church, gives him some space. Triolo just a little backhand catch, half rotation, turn, shot, and that just rolls under Higgins for the goal. The Rush is up 5-1.
Triolo with a hat trick for the Rush back in week 6 versus New York. And again, Scott mentioned it, forced to deal with back there at 6'8", listed at 215 pounds. Here's Mitch Jones picking up a loose ball, and he'll bring it up the floor. Left side, Rezzateritz off the bench, fires it wide. Jones knocked it down but couldn't possess it. And Saskatchewan coming back up the floor quickly. Rush will get the offense out. It's Dodds on the left side. He's going to get some assistance now as he's joined on the floor by Kozebnikov. He's got those bright green shoes. And another one for Saskatchewan. Squeaks over the shoulder of Higgins. The Rush adding to the lead at 6-1.
Ryan Keenan looking for the feed. The scout report is that Keenan's going to look to feed first. This time he takes the shot and picks the corner. 25th on the season. He's one of those guys that Saskatchewan expects to score.
So we got a couple of things going on here. That's Ian Lord on the floor. He has been unable to get up. He hasn't moved, actually, in the last couple of moments. And in the meantime, Deacon Knott is coming into the game. He's going to replace Zach Higgins, who has had a little bit of an issue in the start of this contest. And we'll get a look here at what happened with Ian Lord.
This time it comes from the right-hand side, from Dodds all the way over to the left-hand side. Keenan with a catch and shoot. Beats him to his stick side elbow. Great shot by Keenan. And Ian Lord now off the floor, the 17-year veteran. Good to see him getting up and walking off on his own. He's like having a coach on the floor, the assistant captain.
Yeah, you saw him standing there at the end of that clip, and I think he just kind of laid down on his own. I'm wondering if it wasn't just a little bit of a scare with something there. He has had that knee surgery in the past, but was able to get himself to the bench just fine, so we'll keep an eye on his situation. In the meantime, it's Deacon Knott back in the net for Philadelphia. This is the second consecutive game that he's seen time. Church fires one off his left foot, and Knott makes the save on the first shot that he sees. Moved ahead by Mitch Jones, trying to find Resetarits out the door, but that one was off the mark. And here come the Rush the other way.
As you said, Deacon Knott got some playing time last weekend. He's a 21-year-old. He's young. He's kind of the future of the goaltending for the Philadelphia Wings. He's had a great summer in Junior A. Athletic, stopper. You see him make saves with his elbows and the stick, moving his body as quickly as he can. Here we see his season. He's only played 40 minutes so far. It's been really Higgins that the Wings have leaned on. But they're going to lean on Deacon Knott right now to kind of slow down this offense of Saskatchewan.
There's a shot and a goal from Sam LeClaire as he's able to get around a little bit of a screen and put one home. And the Wings with their second goal of the contest at 6-2.
Great shot. Another young guy for the Wings, the third-year player. Sam LeClaire, great shot from outside, sweeps around the pick, sets it up, stick high, shoots to that pipe, bangs it right in, beat Chiliano. Looks like almost a screen inside. LeClaire lets it rip. Great goal by LeClaire. That's 15 for him on the season. Go with 14 assists.
Yeah, certainly a breakout year for him as he's now at 29 points. Last year at 11 goals, 6 assists, 17 points over the entire season, appearing in 17 of the 18 games. Wings trying to turn the momentum first with the goalie change, and now with a goal from LeClaire. They've got the ball again with 17 to shoot, and they're going to get things set up. Here's Mitch Jones.
Mitch Jones is going to get his points. Resetarits gets his points. McIntosh often, but to get a goal out of LeClaire, or a few, it's important. Looks like that caromed off the stick of Saskatchewan. It's going to be a fresh 30 for Philly.
Yeah, initially it was going to go to the Rush, and then Ben McIntosh was not happy about that. I think the officials conferred and made the right call. Now here's McIntosh off the pipe, off the goalie and in. Ben McIntosh sneaks one through. And that's 2 in a row for Philadelphia. It's now 6-3.
A fellow Drexel Dragon, Ben McIntosh, gets that goal in a beautiful pick and roll here. Nice play. McIntosh is always active. He's always doing the dirty work inside, trying to pop other guys open. This time he gets himself open for a beautiful catch, fake finish, and goal for Ben McIntosh.
We've got a challenge flag on the field, though, from Saskatchewan, as Jimmy Quinlan wants to have another look at this. And again, a similar situation, Scott, where this ball did not go directly in. It hit the post, it hit the back of Chiliano, and went over the line. So did McIntosh land before that sequence was complete will probably be what we're looking at here. You mentioned McIntosh, the Drexel product, as well as Robert Church. Not only did they both go to Drexel, they're both from the same hometown. In fact, McIntosh is from the same hometown as about 5 of these guys. There is the review that you're seeing, and on that screen behind you, you can kind of see where McIntosh's foot hits the crease. Here's a good look at it. Here's the shot, post, back, and right there. See that left foot?
Yep.
That's a problem for the Wings. Yeah, that was a lot quicker review than the last one, that's for sure.
Good quick review. Very obvious. If that had been a clean shot that hit the net, it would have been a goal. However, because it hit the pipe and then the goalie's back, McIntosh stepped on that crease, obviously, no goal.
So it comes off the board, and we stay at 6-2 here with 3 minutes gone in this second quarter. Brian Smith, Scott Gabrielson, Mary McGinnis, and our fantastic crew here with you for some weeknight lacrosse at Wells Fargo Center. Glad to have you along with us here in Philadelphia, as well as on ESPN Plus and TSN Plus, as we get a whistle against the Rush. And here come the Wings quickly the other way. This is Armstrong again on his horse. Save made by Ciliano. And the Wings will take possession as Tate Katoni have him on the right side. Here's Reardon. He plays it over for McIntosh, who gets it back to Jones. Jones spins off a check. Goes left side. Reziteritz fires. Ciliano with the stop. Rush still with a pretty big shot advantage in this contest, 20-11 unofficially at this point. Here comes Saskatchewan with a chance. Pass was off the mark. They do get that back. 9 to shoot. Skipped out in front and right into a maze of Wings defenders. They're going to be able to knock that free. That was Eric Schul getting it off to Mitch Jones, who was out defending on that particular play. Now Reziteritz. Reziteritz creeping in. Skips it off. Here's Holden Katoni. Fires. And off the end boards and to the back of the net, where it's picked up by the Rush.
We had both Katoni brothers on that left-hand side. See what they could try to do. Tate just let it rip from outside.
Here's Church. Fires, save made, not. Rebound out in front. Church gets it back and not waits him out. 4 or 5 jukes there for Robert Church, but Deacon Knott stands tall.
Great saves by Knott right there. Shows his athleticism to stay with every fake and then eat it up.
Reziteritz fired one wide, and the long ball comes all the way down to the Wings end, where it's touched up, and with that we get a timeout on the floor with 9:59 left to go here in this second quarter. The Saskatchewan Rush have been pretty strong throughout this first half so far. Got the game's first 3 goals and have added to that lead here in this second quarter. They've got a 6-2 lead over the Philadelphia Wings here at Thursday night NLL action at Wells Fargo Center. Back with more after this.
Welcome back to Wells Fargo Center. I'm down here with Coach Paul Day. Paul, what do you guys need to do here to get back into this game?
Well, we got 11 shots in 1.5 periods, so not a good start offensively. We've got to be dangerous offensively. You look like passers when we're carrying the ball. Sammy turned the corner, shot the ball, great opportunity. So need to be a little more aggressive at both ends of the field. And you know, Deeks has given us a couple saves there, which is really important.
Putting Deacon in something that can help drive momentum here and get a few big
you know,
stops.
you got to definitely change momentum. You know, we threw a flag on a pretty questionable goal. He's laying in the crease, but called it a good goal. So unfortunately, we don't have a timeout.
Thank you.
Mary overcame a pretty good pick there set by Jeff McComb to get to Paul Day right before we got back. So she's getting in on the action here today. Be part of our NLL halftime report as we take a look at the women that contribute to our broadcasts across the league. And we're looking forward to that. Here's a big bid knocked down by Deacon Knott. And Ian Lord back out there. That's good to see as he'll bring the ball up the floor.
And it's an obvious stat, but Paul Day said it. The Wings have 11 shots. Saskatchewan has 21, so they have 10 more shots so far in this game. The Wings just got to let it rip. You got to shoot to score, guys. Take some chances. They're taking too many shots from outside. I think they need to get inside the 5-and-5 cylinder, 5 feet from the crease, and get on top of Ciliano, make him move, and shoot it behind him.
And an opportunity like that doesn't go down as a shot because Saskatchewan able to block that bid from Holden Katoni. And they'll come back the other way. Here's Patrick Dodds on the left side. Dodds, I think they thought about going to the net. Now he skips it out in front and knocked down as he tried to catch that was Kuznetsnikov.
Wagner with a great slide right there to prevent that one-on-one shot.
There's Chad Tutton feeding one out in front to Mitch Jones. And Jones is denied. Fresh 30 here for Philadelphia. They've already got most of the offense out on the floor, and now LeClaire comes out. Here's Tate Katoni over to Mitch Jones. Jones tried to find LeClaire. That missed him. And Saskatchewan quickly the other way. Jones back defending. And they'll just pull it out. McClellan slowing things down. Coming up on 8 minutes left here in this second quarter, and Robert Church trying to add to this lead for Saskatchewan. Church pulled down by McCannell. That's going to be a penalty. A holding call coming up here on Philadelphia as Mike McCannell wrapped him up a little too effectively. So here comes another Saskatchewan power play.
Philadelphia, number 96, 2 minutes, holding.
The quickness of Church, you see that step to the right, then come under. Little grade right to left down below. One-handed grab from McCannell. Got to have 2 hands on the stick, try to get him on that hip. Wraps him up, it's a hold. Rush on the power play.
Wings killed off the last power play attempt. 0 for 1 are Saskatchewan here tonight. This is Church, fires, that one was wide. Loose ball on the end boards, battled for. Dodds is in there trying to pick it up for the rush. A couple of Wings are there as well. Church pries it free, but with just 3 to shoot, the Wings able to knock it ahead. And here comes Philadelphia down the floor. They will slow it up though as Ryan Wagner dishes it off for Ian Lord.
As you said, the Rush have only given up 1 shorthanded goal so far this season. Let's see if you get that announcer's jinx right now in Philadelphia.
I'm not going to even tell you how Deacon Knott's doing just for that very reason. Here comes Reza Terrence off for Reardon. We'll talk about it later. A big shot is deflected wide of the net, and the Rush get to that one, and they are going to trot up the floor, get the power play set back up with 54 seconds left on this man advantage. Mike Messenger, the captain, dishing it off. Here's Church. And they'll work it around. Church puts it back up top for Keenan. Church could not catch that cleanly. I'm not sure he didn't know that he dropped that ball because he tried the shot anyway. Now here's Dodds from distance with the clock winding down. That spins wide, and another stoppage for the Wings on the shot clock violation. Lax Metrics, powered by the NLL, is an innovative data approach to better understand our league. Cooper Perkins breaks down the numbers each week on NLL.com and the league's social channels.
And if you saw it this week, Cooper is saying that the Saskatchewan Rush is the team that's making the quickest move forward. So far tonight, we're seeing that.
Ian Lord is perfectly fine to just stand there with the ball for a while, and now he'll fire it in deep as the shot clock was winding down. Wings thought they were going to get a violation there. Tate Katoni got shoved, but the ball is going to stay with the Rush. The Wings penalty kill pretty effective to this point. Here's Messenger though, moving in, shoots, and that one stopped by Knott. He got a piece of it. Fresh 30 here for Saskatchewan. The penalty time has expired. We're back to full strength with 5.5 left here in this second quarter. Here's Triolo, fires one wide, and a long rebound is going to skip all the way down the floor. That will be Philadelphia ball. Jones picks it up quickly right off the bench, but he tried to feed it. That was blocked, and now he's stuck in a battle along the wall for the loose ball. Pulls it free, looking for help, and finally does break out of jail as he was being played really close there by Jared Smith. Now here's Reza Terrence, fires one low. Shiliano stops that one and pulls the rebound back in. Long ball ahead for Shiliano. He's got a man off the bench. Here's a chance. That one hit iron. Transition opportunity there for Keenan right off the bench, but he found the goal post.
What a great break. Shiliano hits him in stride coming off the short bench.
Shiliano's got 5 assists this year because he can fling the ball like that. There's Reza Terrence to Mitch Jones. Jones out in front, low shot, skipped wide of the net by McIntosh. Loose ball picked up. Reza Terrence quickly left sides. Off the mark, but we've got a whistle and a delayed penalty coming up here on the Rush. And that's going to give Philadelphia their first power play of the evening. Let's get the call.
Saskatchewan bench minor, illegal substitution. TV timeout.
So too many on the floor for the Rush, giving the Wings their first power play when we come back. 4:17 left to go here in this second quarter, and Deacon Knott slamming the door here on Ryan Keenan. It's still 6-2 Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan with the lead in the second quarter here in Philadelphia. Coming up on the NLL Halftime Report, we honor the women of the NLL as we close off International Women's Month. Gary will talk to the star of the first half. Scott and I will break down the first 2 quarters of play. Stay with us at the half.
Wings down the power play, really important to try to get a goal right here. This is a high-octane power play led by Mitch Jones. He's the number 3 in the NLL in assists.
Power play was 2 for 6 last week for Philadelphia. Big opportunity here as Jones skips one home. Mitch Jones, the power play goal. Wings capitalize and cut the deficit to 3.
Jones makes him pay for their error right there. Catch, release, what a great goal. Just gets under the right-hand glove of Giuliano. Right side to left side. Look, look, look. Finds that lower right-hand corner. Bang, goal. Jones. Reza Terrence, Jones shops, sees that opening and just puts it down low. What beautiful placement by Mitch Jones. That's his 10th power play goal in the season to go with 17 helpers.
Creeping real close to that league lead of 12 that Robert Church is part of. Saskatchewan coming out of that battle with the ball. And the Rush trying to add to the advantage here before halftime. And Georgia overcame a 4-goal deficit to the Rush at halftime last week. Wings will have a little bit of work to do. They could start before halftime. Another save by Deacon Knott. That is number 8 since he entered the game.
He's got his legs under him, feeling strong. Good, it's the help that Philadelphia needed right there. Shut that door on this offense.
And McIntosh over to Tate Katoni. Katoni, Reza Terrence now. Reza Terrence check, comes around to pick. Holden Katoni to the net, skipped it low. Giuliano keeps it out. Moved ahead quickly by the Rush. Down the floor they come. Transition opportunity. Put out in front, they score! Off the bench, it's Zach Mans. And Saskatchewan makes it 4 once again. It's 7-3.
Saskatchewan taking advantage of their short bench, sending the lefties, and Zach Mans just flying off that bench. Great little play here. Mans just comes flying in between the defenders, catch on the run, shoot, goal. Mans, that's his 27th on the season.
Jake Boudreau with the assist. He has been a transition threat all night long here for Saskatchewan, although that's the first time they've capitalized. But we've seen him coming down the floor with speed quite a bit. That time, it pays off. And the Rush now back out to the 4-goal lead. 2.5 to go here in this opening half. Mitch Jones sashaying back to the right side, gets it off. Here's Katoni with a shot. Save made. Giuliano can't settle the rebound. McIntosh had it. He was shoved to the floor. Now a hit laid on in the corner by Jones, but the Rush are going to come out with this one. Jared Smith fires it to that right side corner. Offense on the floor here for the Rush. Quickly to the net. Here's Keenan. Save made by Knott. Ryan Keenan diving across the top of that crease, not up to the task. Here's Mike McCannell. hits a man off the bench. Shot stopped by Siciliano. Rebound put back in, and it's underneath him. That one stayed out.
Two great saves by the goaltenders right there, not showing his athleticism. Looked like Keene was trying to wrap that around him. He just stole that far pipe.
Here's a bid from the left side, and that one finds the top corner. Nathaniel Konevsikov, his 11th of the season.
What a great shot. Boy, talk about a 90. 90-degree corner. Let's look at it. Great shoes as well. Sees that corner, not kind of gave it to him. He saw it all day long and just buried it in that corner. Beautiful placement.
Zebnikov, a rookie out of Robert Morris, had a hat trick back in week 3 and continues to have a strong initial campaign. Here's Scott Dominy for Philadelphia. He'll put it back off of pressure out to Ryan Wagner. Now Blaze Reardon's got it for the Wings. Reardon hit McIntosh, and now it's LeClaire going back to Tate Katoni. Katoni rolls off a check. Left side. Now it's LeClaire. LeClaire tried to find Kate Katoni again, but that was knocked down. And quickly the other way come the rush. This is Messenger with a step. Save made by Deacon Knott. Wings quickly back the other way. 44 seconds left. Here's Lord. Hits McIntosh off the bench. That one is stopped by Siciliano. And he's right back to Messenger at midfield. Messenger all by himself is knocked out of his stick, but his teammates getting onto the floor to pick it up, and Robert Church is going to eat some time here. There's a 6-second difference between the shot and the game clock. As you see, we're winding down to the final 10. Here is Church coming up high. Skips it off right side. Low shot stopped by Knott. And the Wings don't have a timeout, so Knott's just going to have to move it ahead. And it'll be a little bit too far for the Wings. A long bit from Tutton is steered away by Siciliano. And the Saskatchewan Rush with another strong first half after doing the same thing to Georgia last week. They've got an 8-3 lead here after 2 quarters.
Siciliano's just been solid between the pipes. Not in relief of Higgins has done the same.
Yeah, strong relief effort to this point for Deacon Knott as he stopped the first 8 shots that he saw before the Rush were finally able to solve them, but he has settled things down back there. Let's go down to Mary McGinnis on the floor. She's got Mike Messenger from the Rush.
Clark, you guys were able to surpass how many goals you had last week in this week's game. What allowed you guys to be so effective?
I think we're just running good offense, we're swinging the ball, and we're getting good shots, and we're finding each other, so that's all we really want to do, and we're capitalizing.
A must-win game. What do you need to do in the second half to walk away with the win?
We just got to keep this going. We're playing good. We just got to keep it up for 60 minutes.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's Clark Walter down there, 2 goals and an assist. 8s and 9s look the same up here at this distance. So he had a great half, though, for Saskatchewan. And the Rush going to try to figure out a way to keep this lead in the second half as Georgia came back on them last week. Wings trying to find a way to come back as well. We've got the NLL halftime report coming up when we return. Welcome into the NLL halftime report from Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. It's halftime between the Wings and the Rush. As International Women's Month comes to a close, the National Lacrosse League wants to recognize the hard-working women of our broadcast crews. Here's a look at some of our favorite moments over the past year.
We're ready.
Joey Capito is a Hamilton kid through and through, playing lacrosse in the area from the Bengals clip that you just saw all the way up until Junior B, until he joined the 6th Nation's Arrows.
The winningest coach in Rush history, Derek Keenan, decided to come back behind the bench. He has been a coach for the Rush for over a decade.
Well, the rivalry between these two teams is no secret. However, their history in terms of win location is quite interesting.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's not just a welcome back for the fans tonight. It's also a huge welcome back for the head coach of the Calgary Roughnecks, Josh Sanderson.
I had to join in on the fun. This thing's a little bit itchy, though. I don't know. What do we think? I told Mike when I walked the building today, I said, happy Mike Manley Day. He hates the attention.
The hometown hero, you come back to Albany, a place that you know really well, and you get the game winner, Connor. It felt like the second half, this was an entirely different team.
There was no doubt that Dyson Williams, Vegas head coach Sean Williams' son, was going to be the #1 overall pick. Sean's mom was giving him a hard time at the draft, hoping he'd make a deal to get Dyson to Las Vegas.
Austin, first 40-goal season for you. What do you attribute your consistency to this season?
I don't know if you know this, but you reached your career 1,000th point. That's why I was saying congratulations earlier. What does this milestone mean to you?
That's pretty cool. I mean, just goes to show you've had a lot of good players to play with. So
they're playing against each other tonight, but Holden Garland from the Saskatchewan Rush and Doug Jamieson of Albany both played together back in 2017, winning the Minto Cup.
Thanks, Ron. Connor, you had a great game today. 14 points. Walk me through what's going on through those points.
Glenn, your son had a nifty goal here to start the quarter. Were you smiling, or is this strictly business?
I'll smile after. It's business now, but it was a nice goal.
Are they the new lucky jerseys now?
I know we might have to wear them all season. You know, if we're putting up those kind of numbers, it's I think we got it.
Enjoy yourself tonight, guys.
Welcome back to Philadelphia, the NLL halftime report here at Wells Fargo Center. It's the Saskatchewan Rush with an 8-3 lead over the Philadelphia Wings after the first half here tonight. Brian Smith, Scott Gabrielson here with you. And Scott, for the second consecutive game, the Rush have given their opponent all they can handle here in the first half. Last game they shut down Georgia, and almost the same for the Wings here today.
You know, they scored 7 goals last weekend. They've got 8 so far in this first half. Their offense is playing very well. Very balanced scoring. They've got 7 different scorers. A lot of the other guys, the non-name scorers, are putting the ball in the net. For Philadelphia, 3 goals in the half. Very underwhelming right now. They need to get some high-powered offense going in the second half to try to pull this one out.
Let's take a look at our first half highlights. And for the Rush, they certainly spread the offense all over the place.
And they did, and we talked about it. It's different guys, 7 different scorers for Saskatchewan. They just came from all over the place. Again, they got all over Zach Higgins. Higgins ends up getting pulled, and the Wings make a change. Bring in Deacon Knott. I think bringing in Deacon Knott has helped them. But, you know, Clark Walter had 2 really nice goals. You know, having a big night. Big Mike Triola, the 6'8" forward, scores right there. Keenan from outside. So the Philadelphia Wings need to tighten up that defense because Saskatchewan is throwing everything they have at them and currently leading 8-3 in this first half.
Yeah, Ryan Keenan set up the first 3 goals for Saskatchewan, and you see the shot totals there with Saskatchewan firing 30 on the Wings net in that first half. That has been a big part of their success to this point.
And you heard Paul Day say it earlier, the Wings have to shoot the ball. You got to shoot to score. Again, with 22 shots, that's only yielding 3 goals. They need to improve on that. They've had an opportunity in the power play. Mitch Jones had that beautiful goal, so they're 1-1 on that extra man offense.
Well, Georgia with a second half comeback last week. Philadelphia going to see if they can't pull off some of the same. As for Saskatchewan, they remember that well, and you can bet that they're talking about how to make sure they shut things down here in Philadelphia in the second half. That is just ahead here in the NLL. Welcome back to a dark Wells Fargo Center for the moment. It's 8-3. Saskatchewan with the lead as we get set to go here in this second half. And you see what's going on in Week 18 around the National Lacrosse League. The Wings involved in 2 of the 4 games. This one here tonight was a rescheduled game from January. But the Wings right back in action Saturday afternoon against the Buffalo Bandits. And then Rochester will host Halifax at 7. Vegas has got Vancouver at 10. so you can watch lacrosse all day long around the National Lacrosse League this Saturday. Here's what's at stake right now. Scott, there is a log jam there from fourth all the way down to really almost to the bottom of the standings, but there is still plenty of time for that pack to get completely put in a different order.
Yes, and it's going to happen over the next 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks. I mean, one thing that jumps off the page at me is Buffalo at 7-7. They are your defending National Lacrosse League champions. So they're being at 500 is a surprise. It's going to be a battle here at the Wells Fargo Center Saturday. The rivalry, the historic rivalry between Philadelphia and Buffalo. They come in, that is a very dangerous team that's better than their 7-7 record. So we'll see what happens on Saturday on a very one day of rest, and then the Wings come right back in.
Tell us about that. What's the challenges for these guys who are used to playing once a week, sometimes once every couple of weeks? The Wings are going to have what you said, less than 48 hours for 3 games in 8 days.
It's very similar as football. I mean, it's very physical. You're getting pounded on with a titanium shaft, getting hit in your hips and your elbows and your back, and you're running full speed the whole game. So you do need to have a day or two to recover. Normally you hurt the most the second day after a game. So that's when the next game is going to be on that second day. Is going to fall on Saturday after you're banged up today. You have to go right back at it against Buffalo, one of the toughest teams in the league.
Saskatchewan is actually wrapping up its busy stretch. They played back-to-back last weekend at New York and then at Georgia. From what we understand, some of the guys just stayed out here on the East Coast rather than try to get back to Western Canada and then have it just be time to turn around and come back again with the time change of 2 or 3 hours. So some of these guys haven't been home in 10 days or so on the Saskatchewan side, and they are trying to head out of here on a winning note tonight. We're underway in this third quarter, and the Rush with a stop after Philadelphia won the opening faceoff. Now we'll get set back up. This is Ryan Keenan putting it back up top. Triolo dished it to that left side. Keenan now will get it back. Keenan working and looking. Now fires one as the shot clock was winding down. It missed wide, and Scott Dominy is to it as he'll bring it up the floor.
Big pick by Mike Triolo. You saw they're just kind of erased. Isaiah Davis-Allen didn't see the 6'8", 230-pounder.
I don't know how you don't see him. Hard to hide out there, but occasionally he gets into a blind spot. There is a sort of dunk attempt by Jones as he was being steered through the back corner of the crease. Basically all he could do was try to toss it off of Chiliano's back, which was not successful. So the Wings picking up another stop here. Ryan Wagner coming out from behind his net, and he'll move it ahead up the floor. Deacon Knott remaining in net here for Philadelphia. Right side, it's LeClaire getting it back from McIntosh, and he puts it home. Great effort by Sam LeClaire. And the Wings strike first here in the second half. It's 8-4.
Great ball movement by the Philadelphia Wings offense. Keep the ball moving, and then Sam LeClaire with a timely cut. It's almost a give and go. Look at him pass down to Catoni, gets it right back. Just a beautiful fake finish by 92 LeClaire. Cuts between two defenders and buries it down low underneath that stick hand. Well done for Sammy LeClaire.
Second goal of the game for LeClaire. And the Wings are going to pull another one free here on the face-off. Good effort there by Nick Rowlett, who took that particular draw against Bobby Kidd III. Here's Jones to Reardon on the right side. Reza Terrets, and now Ben McIntosh. McIntosh to Jones. Jones looking, dishes it off over the shoulder, and that was a great feed for Reardon, but they couldn't complete the pass. Reardon had an open lane to the net, but the ball just out of his reach. And Saskatchewan takes over.
Just errant. It's those plays that the Wings have to eliminate. They need to take those high percentage opportunities and bury them.
Here come the rush. Mans had that one bonk off his stick. He gets it back, and they'll get set back up with 8 to shoot. Here is Zach Mans. Thought about the shot, now holds. Dishes it off. Keenan with the bid. That one's wide. Philadelphia settles the loose ball as the clock expires. Ian Lord bounces it ahead to Alex Pace. Alex Pace nearing a milestone. 2 away from 500 loose balls in his career. Excuse me, 300 loose balls in his career. Ryan Wagner is closing on 500.
Mike Messenger with the breakaway fake finish goal for the assistant captain. Saskatchewan keeping the pace going, pushing the ball down the floor. Great outlet, one-handed grab. Fake left, finish right for Mike Messenger, number 8.
And that transition offense has been dangerous for Saskatchewan all game long.
And there's another guy, that's one of the other guys, Messenger, with a goal. It's only his 10th on the season. Transition specialist, loose ball specialist. Looking to go over 100 loose balls on the season tonight.
LeClaire hit Jones, but wasn't quite ready for the return pass, and that will give it back to Saskatchewan as Boudreau comes up the floor with it. Dodds up high, and we'll wait for the rest of the offense to come out. Nice play there by Wagner to knock that ball free, and here come the Wings the other way. McCannell with a step. He's stripped of the ball. And Saskatchewan's going to pick it up back up the floor, but we've got a penalty here as there's going to be another illegal substitution call against the Rush bench. It's going to be the second of the game.
Illegal substitution. The Wings had a 2-man advantage going down on the break. Saskatchewan just sent the defender.
We'll get a look at it here as Keegan Bell goes to the box as the in-home player. You look at the top left of your screen, right there, it's a release that's judged to be too early. And so Philadelphia on the man advantage here for the second time tonight. Both of them on the illegal substitution penalties. They are 1 for 1. Jones with the power play goal last time, and he's got the ball up top this time. Jones fires, saves Chiliano. He's down and out. Wings put it in. It's Ben McIntosh finally putting it home. Second power play goal of the evening for Philadelphia. It's 9-5.
What great patience by Blaze Reardon, not to force that shot, but to wait for McIntosh to flash in the middle in front of the net, catch and release. Let's see the shot. Comes off, it goes to Reardon. Has both players look at McIntosh sitting there on that right-hand side, waiting for that pass. Karam's right to Reardon. He doesn't take the shot. Look at McIntosh, wide open, quick stick, goal. Great teamwork on the power play by Philadelphia.
So Nick Rowlett having a pretty good start to the second half after he had a little bit of trouble with, I believe Mike Messenger took most of those draws in the first quarter. Messenger won 5 of the first 6, and now it's going to have another battle here between the 2 face-off men. It's actually Bobby Kidd III out there this time. The Wings win it again. So the Wings trying to get some momentum going here. They're going to have to get on a run to get back in this contest. Down by 4, 9-5. Reza Terrence coming up that left side. Defended well, gets it off to Jones, back to LeClaire. His shot stopped by Chiliano. LeClaire back to the loose ball. New shot clock as he gets away from pressure. Wings will get it set back up. LeClaire's going to trot off. The Wings will get some fresh offensive legs on the floor. Here's McIntosh, fires. That one hit the goal post. That one came in and out like a rocket.
accuracy of McIntosh going for that 90-degree corner. He hit the pipe and it bounced out.
Here comes Walter to the net around the corner. He tucks it home. And that is a hat trick for Clark Walter, his third of the evening. And Saskatchewan has 10.
Clark Walter feeling it tonight. What a great move. Just sweeps down low, comes all the way across in front of the crease. Left-hander dives. Beats Knott to that right-hand corner.
That's the second hat trick of the season for Clark Walter. Now has 14 goals on the year. Wings win the draw. Isaiah Davis Allen with possession. They'll toss it to Resetarits coming off that bench. Here's Jones on the right side. Jones ran into 3 and possibly 4 Saskatchewan defenders. He's trying to keep it from going over the center line, but finally the Rush will get to that. And they will get things set up. Saskatchewan not running into the same problems as they did last week against Georgia. They've been able to add to their totals here in the second half so far. Here's Mans on the right side. Mans fires and scores. He finds the top corner. And the lead is now 6 for the Rush at 11-5.
Zach Mans, number 2, the accuracy of his shot right there. Left-handed rip. Let's see it develop. Far pass all the way across the floor from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. Little jab step. Whoa, what a blistering shot by Mans. Lefty rip in the upper corner. Beautiful goal. That's his 28th on the season. Wings are now making another change, putting Higgins back in. They're going to platoon their goaltenders tonight.
Another face-off win for Nick Rowlett. And the Wings will move it up the floor. So Deacon Knott comes in. Settled things down when he needed to there in that second quarter, Scott, as he was able to at least get the Wings back on solid footing. Now the veteran Higgins back in the pipes as the Rush force a turnover in the center of the floor. Here's Walter looking for his 4th. Spin away. Back to that left side. Here's a bid from that corner. That one's wide, and the Wings will pick that up. The Rush had 2 of the highest caused turnover games of the season in the league this year. They had 20 against Halifax back on February 24th. 19 against Buffalo back on March the 8th. As Resetarits' shot is blocked off the stick. So they definitely have the ability to shut teams down by that route. Here's Boudreau with a shot. That one whistled wide. Long rebound right into the stick of Philadelphia's Ian Lord. He'd dish it off. Wagner with a big shot. That one stopped by Shiliano, and he will get to that loose ball.
And credit to the defense. You just mentioned that. Have 20 team caused turnovers in that game. That helps out your goaltender for sure. They have 33 caused turnovers coming into the game tonight. So that's a stout defense for Saskatchewan.
Here is Ryan Keenan skipping it off left side. That one off the stick and into the possession of Higgins. Long ball ahead, looking for Dominique, can't catch it cleanly. He gets it back, and he's going to roll away from pressure, give it to Isaiah Davis Allen. And now Mitch Jones at midfield. Wings trying to get the offense on the floor and get set up, and they will now with a pass off to Leclerc in the corner. Leclerc comes up top, skips one in on Shiliano, kicked aside, and Jones gets to it with a new shot clock. Jones from McIntosh. Here's McIntosh. Put it behind the net in a dunk attempt. What do we have? That one's kept out. Great effort by Sam Leclerc on the right side of the net as he tried to come around that post.
Set play, trying to find that dunk from behind. Leclerc, good effort. Better save by Shiliano.
Here's Saskatchewan getting things set up. Zebnikov put it over the left side corner, but the Wings knocked that away, and it comes in on Higgins. He'll pick it up. Alex Pace now has it. And working around, Reardon finds Reza Terrence off the bench, and now McIntosh put it out in front. A shot by Katoni was wide. He was checked as he let that go. It was Tate Katoni. Saskatchewan content to just trade possessions here with the Wings up by 6 now, with coming up on 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Here's Mans, puts it out in front, shot in, one Higgins was turned aside. Here come the Wings the other way. Isaiah Davis-Allen with some room up the left side. He'll fire it low. Chiliano stopped that, and Reza Terrence tried to pick it up. It ended up in the netting. And we get a timeout on the floor. 5:06 left to go here in this third quarter. And Saskatchewan enjoying a comfortable lead.
Tonight's special is 10 for $10, 50 for $25, and 150 for just $50. At this time, we ask that you turn your attention to the board as we welcome groups in attendance at tonight's game.
Welcome back to Philadelphia, where our officials have some supporters tonight. It's an 11-5 lead for the Saskatchewan Rush. Remember, for all the latest news, highlights, and behind-the-scenes content, follow the NLL on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X, and YouTube, and stay current with scores and in-depth articles on NLL.com. Let's go downstairs to our Mary McGinnis, who's been listening in while the Wings try to solve some problems.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating night on both sides of the ball for the Philadelphia Wings. Jeff McComb, their offensive coordinator, talking to the team there at the break, emphasized that the offense needs more energy and not to focus what's happening on the defensive side of the field and really put all their energy into getting grade A chances. But they're going to need help from the defense, and likewise the defense is going to need help from the offense to get back in the game.
And time is growing thin here for Philadelphia as we are under 4.5 left to go in this third quarter. Lead is still surmountable for Philadelphia, but they're going to have to get something started here real quick. Here's LeClaire to the net. He puts it home. Sam LeClaire with the hat trick, trying to get his team going. And that's the 6th goal of the night for the Wings.
And they needed that. There's some juice to get them going. Just going to say, the Wings, it's obvious they can't pick the corners from outside on every shot. They've got to take some shots inside, challenging the goaltender, and Sam LeClaire does just that, coming straight down Broad Street, keeps that stick high to the right, and then finishes it to the near pipe. Great goal for Sammy LeClaire, his 3rd on the night.
4th career hat trick for LeClaire. Believe it or not, he had a hat trick in each of his first 2 NLL games for Colorado 2 years ago. Had one earlier this season here for the Wings in the game against Calgary on March 2nd. He got one here tonight. He's got half of his team's goals. And the Wings winning the faceoff, trying to get that run going, looking for more. Here's Joe Rezaterets, has it up high. Tried to skip it out in front, knocked down, but the Wings get it back. And again, going to the net was Rezaterets. He was knocked to the floor and couldn't catch that. And Saskatchewan will take over possession. Rush trying to get the momentum back as Keenan Wines fires and scores. Ryan Keenan with his 2nd of the game and his 5th point with that last. And Saskatchewan answers right back to make it 12-6.
Really nice move by Ryan Keenan. Gets the ball right up in front of the crease. Looks like he's going to feed, little face dodge, and just releases. Great goal by him. See him here, little face dodge, sets his feet again, and then stings that upper 90. Beautiful face dodge. Even looked across, thinking like he may pass it, but he took it himself for a beautiful shot and goal.
Off that face-off, the Wings flicked it all the way back to Zach Higgins, who fortunately was paying attention. He caught that, sent it back up the floor.
Saskatchewan's been effective with those outside shots. The Wings have not. Chiliano's eating up those outside shots. The Wings need to be in front in that 2-2, 4-4 shot, shooting on the goalie in front.
Another one from Gattoni, stopped by Chiliano, and that gives us another timeout on the floor with 3:04 left to go here in this third quarter, and Saskatchewan still up by 6. Welcome back to Philadelphia. Some young lacrosse fans enjoying a weeknight game. Spring break has started around here, so a lot of these youngsters happy to have some time off of school here around the Easter holiday. And out here enjoying some NLL action tonight. The Saskatchewan Rush trying to climb up the log jam in the standings. They can finish things off here in the final 15+ minutes. Wings trying to mount a comeback so they can do the same thing. Here's Zach Mans. That was deflected off his stick. Long rebound comes right back to the Rush, but the Wings intercept the pass, and here they come the other way. In transition, it's Chad Tutton. Thought about a shot, but then held up and give it off to McIntosh. Offense out on the floor for the Wings with 13 to shoot. It's Reza Terrence coming down the left side. Reza Terrence up high, skips it back out, gets it back, fires, blocked. Comes back out to Jones, 4 to shoot. Rather, that's McIntosh trying to dip it down to Reza Terrence. Can't find him, and Saskatchewan will take over. A good defensive stop.
Strong defense, kind of predictable, knowing that the Wings want to take that outside shot. Reza Terrence didn't like the shot, so he tried to dump it inside to McIntosh. Couldn't make the connection.
Here's Walter with 3 on the night already. Spinning away from pressure. Lays it into that left side corner. This is Dodds, back to Walter. Walter pushes it off into the corner, 1 to shoot. The Wings are going to get a defensive stop of their own. They'll take over with just over 1.5 minutes left in the frame. Here's Reza Terrence. Drops it off to Jones, and it comes back to Sam Leclerc with 3 on the night. Leclerc looking for 4. Save made. Chiliano, he got that left arm up. Ball is loose as a Wing is propelled into the boards. Here comes Saskatchewan the other way. This is Messenger with a shot. Kick save made by Higgins, and the loose ball is picked up by Leclerc and thrown up the floor. Wings in transition. Reza Terrence is stoned on the doorstep by Chiliano. Jones tosses it out towards center as he fell to the turf. Alex Pace is able to rescue that, and now Jones has it back. Blaze Reardon running away from pressure. Here's Reza Terrence, fell and lost the handle on it, and quickly coming the other way is Saskatchewan in transition. Enju puts it off left side. Here's a shot from a sharp angle, stopped by Higgins. The rebound put back in, and Higgins able to steer that to the corner. Philadelphia getting to that loose ball. Mitch Armstrong with 21 left in the third quarter. Shot clock is off. Reza Terrence out near center, moving it ahead to Leclerc. 10 seconds left in the half. Reza Terrence to Jones. He'll get it back. Skips it out in front. Gattoni's shot whistled wide, and Saskatchewan picking that up. They'll fling it the length of the floor as Higgins had vacated the net for the extra attacker, but it's off the mark, and we're done through 3 here with a 12-6 Saskatchewan advantage. Wings have some work to do, and 15 minutes left on the clock to do it. One of these teams is going to 6-8 on the year, and we'll have the home stretch when we return. Welcome back to Wells Fargo Center. Fourth quarter just ahead. The Saskatchewan Rush pretty consistent, Scott. through the first 3 quarters, and they have held the Wings offense at bay with some good defensive efforts.
Yeah, well, the Wings at least matched their first half scoring in the 3rd quarter. One thing that jumps off the page to me right now is 3 of the top Wings scorers, Holden Cattoni, Joe Resetarits, Blaze Reardon, actually 4 of them, and McIntosh has scored, but those other 3 guys have been held scoreless right now in the goal scoring column.
It's been obvious over the last few games that opposing defenses have keyed in on certain Wings players and have been able to shut them down. That has affected the overall situation.
Yeah, Holden Cattoni's had a hot stick the last couple games, 13 points in the last 2 games. He was hot last weekend against Vancouver with 3 and 3 for 6 points, and before that he went 1 of 6 for 7 points. Right now, he's got 3 assists, but no G's in the scoring column.
Here's Jones firing it wide. Heck of a shift by Ryan Wagner to get this possession started for the Wings. He's playing his 100th NLL game tonight. Saskatchewan bringing it up the floor. Tony back in the lineup this evening. He was a healthy scratch the last couple of games. Here's a bid from distance by Mann, stopped by Higgins. I would imagine, Scott, that the Wings are going to use everybody available to them here over this 2-game stretch here. Again, 2 games in less than 48 hours for the Wings, coming right back here at 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
Yes, I mean, you need fresh legs. We talked about it a little bit earlier. You're banged up. That 2 days from now, they go against Buffalo, and it's an early matinee game, a 1 p.m. afternoon game. These guys are going to have to get a lot of treatment, soak ice baths, and be ready to go on Saturday.
Are they going to give us ice baths? Can we qualify for that? We might need.
We're going to need them.
At least a massage or something. Good stop again by Saskatchewan as they force another shot clock expiration. So they'll take back over here with 2 minutes gone in this 4th quarter. Here's Church coming up high. Skip it to that right side. Here's a chance out in front. Oh, behind the back, stopped by Higgins. That was off the stick of Ryan Keenan.
Nice effort by Keenan. That's all he had was behind the back. And Higgins made the save.
Here's Resetarits coming back up high for Jones now on the right side. Jones skips his way to the net, stopped by Chiliano. Jones wanted a call there, didn't get it. It's moved ahead now to Triolo. And we've got a whistle. I believe we've got a penalty coming up here and perhaps some differences of opinion.
Philadelphia number 20, 2 minutes roughing.
So a roughing call. They're going against Eric Schul.
Missed it. Something might have happened away from the play.
It seemed to me like it came in the exchange there of offense and defense on both benches. There's a little bit of a disagreement. Schul is the one that gets tagged with that roughing penalty. So another power play opportunity here for Saskatchewan as Dodds moves it right side. A shot is blocked right off the stick by Wagner. He felt that one. But
he ate that. I don't think that was in his stick. I think that might have been right in his shoulder or
oh,
stomach.
that ball, no, the ball hit him right in the shoulder. Yeah, it was right out of the stick, though, so that thing was moving at maximum velocity when it caught him. The Wings will set up here and kill some time short-handed. Killed off both Saskatchewan power plays to this point. A good return to form for the penalty kill, which struggled against Vancouver last week.
Ryan Wagner's one of those selfless defenders that just puts his body in front of the ball. Came in tonight with 11 block shots, mainly with his body. Ian Lord leads the team with 16 block shots.
Mans running this power play up top. Looking to shoot. Tried to dish it off instead to Church. That was blocked. Mans going after a loose ball here, which is kicked up the floor. It's going to be Wings ball as the shot clock expired during all of that. So Chad Tutton doing a good job to keep it alive. And the Wings now take over with 34 seconds left on the power play. Reza Terrence on that left side. Wings don't have time to just kill here. They got to try to get some goals no matter what the strength is. And there's one from Ben McIntosh. That is just the second shorthanded goal that Saskatchewan has allowed this year. And it breaks a bit of a stalemate here. Wings back within 5 at 12-7.
That's that announcer's jinx we were talking about, right? They lead the National League
Anything
Crossing.
we can do to help, boys.
Hey, with only one shorthanded goal, McIntosh catch and release from in front. Great goal. Reardon finds McIntosh, catch, release, goal. Shorthanded for Philly.
And Ben McIntosh pumped up after putting that one home, his second of the game.
That's their 8th short-handed goal in the season for Philadelphia. Always take a chance.
Yeah, they have no choice but to do that at this point here as we're close to 10 minutes left to go. We've got a holding penalty coming up here. I believe this is going to be against Scott Dominic. As he does not believe it. So just like that, the Wings are going to continue on the penalty kill. There's still 12 seconds left on the first penalty. Pick up the call. So, get a look at it here. That's Jarrett Smith tied up by Dominic right there. Yeah, that's a bit.
It's a little loose hand hold there and thrown to the ground.
So it's going to be a 5-on-3 here for 12 seconds. Here's Church getting things started. Saskatchewan to the net. Save made by Higgins. He'll scoop that. And that's going to do it for the first power play. Out of the box comes Sewell. And the Wings toss it the length of the floor. Messenger will come pick that one up. So the third power play now for the fourth, excuse me, for Saskatchewan. Wings have killed off 3 so far. Triolo out there up top. Now it's Church to the net. Fires. Where is it?
That's in the goal. Robert Church.
Nobody knows exactly what's going on here. We're going to get a conversation among our officials. The ball is in the net because somebody just picked it up. And now, did they just have a conversation and then signal 2 different things?
He's so dangerous. He made it look easy coming down that right-hand side. Kind of dunked it over the shoulder of Higgins for the goal.
We're going to get an announcement here. I didn't hear what he said the officials call. Well, we're going to get a look at this.
Robert Church, again, he is the National Lacrosse League leader in power play goals. Beautiful one right there. See a face touch coming underneath. Stick high. He just puts it over the right-hand shoulder of Higgins. But does he touch the paint in that launch foot?
It's gonna go over the shoulder, yes, and look at that right foot. We're not gonna be able to see it here because these cameras, these cameras are designed for a hockey crease, not a lacrosse crease, so you don't get quite everything that would be pertinent, but
4x6 versus 4x4.
So the goal stands, and that is the 800th career point for Robert Church. And the goal will make it a 13-7 lead for Saskatchewan.
Power play sharpshooter right there. The power play assassin. Leads the National Lacrosse League in power play goals. Adds to that total. Kind of an individual, unassisted effort. Face touch coming down that right-hand lane. Great fake finish over the right-hand shoulder for Robert Church.
Nick Browlette wins the draw, stays out on the floor a little bit, dishes it off to Tutton. And Tutton now will hand it to Tate Katoni. To the net, save made Chiliano. Ball's loose on the floor. And a wing shoved to the floor. Fans wanted a penalty. Aren't going to get the call. Boudreau has it now for Saskatchewan. Under 10 to play here in this fourth quarter. Wings have not been able to claw any closer than 5 here in the recent minutes. Here come the rush to the net. Save made by Higgins. And he'll move it ahead to Armstrong. Every time the Wings have put one home here in the second half, Saskatchewan's had an answer. Dominy skips it off. Blaze Reardon scores! The captain putting one home.
Great effort by Scott Dominy to make things happen on his own. He sets up that play. Beautiful left to right dodge down low. Gets underneath the defender, flips it back to Reardon for the shot. Watch the red sneakers, great little spin shot, backhand flip. The Blazer with the laser bangs it right underneath that left-hand glove. Reardon with his first goal of the night.
And Blaze Reardon getting back on the goal side of things after held without last time against Vancouver. Wings win the faceoff, and again, looking for opportunities to chip into this lead. They need a run of consecutive goals, but time is wearing thin. Tried to skip it through, McIntosh did to Leclerc, but that was knocked down. And here comes Messenger very quickly the other way. Dishes it off to Boudreau, looking to shoot. Instead, we'll just roll off. And they'll hand it off to the offense. Right side corner now coming to the net. Here's a shot and a whistle. He stepped in the crease, did Zach Mans. And so the Wings will have the ball when we come back. 8:16 left to go in this fourth quarter. Saskatchewan up 13-8 on the 800th career point for Robert Church. We'll be back. Saskatchewan with a 13-8 lead here in Philadelphia. Time now for tonight's Fanatics Turning Point. And it has been the fantastic play tonight of Clark Walter.
Yes, it's going to go to number 9, Clark Walter. Look at these goals that he had coming across the front of the crease. Diving goals, that's his second. He's got 3 on the night to go with 1 assist. Look at this one as he comes in, dives across for a hat trick for the Fanatics turning point of the game, courtesy of Clark Walter.
Wings are going to have the ball here to get things started. 8:16 left in this fourth quarter, and the lead right now is 5. The halftime lead was also 5, and the Wings scored pretty early in the third quarter. But again, every time the Wings have found the back of the net so far in this second half, the Rush have had an answer. We have a delayed penalty coming up here on Saskatchewan, so Zach Higgins will trot to the bench, and the extra attacker's on. It's Joe Resetarits. Wings will try to score before the penalty can even be called. Katoni misses Resetarits with that pass, and now the Rush get to it and draw the whistle. And we're going to have a holding the stick penalty coming up here against Saskatchewan.
One of those nights for Philadelphia, just a little outside the catch zone.
Saskatchewan number 95, minor penalty, hold the stick.
That's Jarrett Smith in the box for the Rush. So the Wings have an opportunity here perhaps to get something going on the power play, and they are 2 for 2 on the advantage so far. So here we go. It's Mitch Jones up top with Joe Resetarits to his left. They're playing catch. Jones goes right to Reardon. Now here's Holden Katoni firing. He scores! Holden Katoni, 13 seconds into the power play. And the Wings 3 for 3 now on the man advantage. They're within 4 at 13-9.
Holden Katoni, known as a sharpshooter, just looks at the net, puts it there, sees his spot, sees his square in the black net, and just buries it there. Look at this angle, Reardon up to Catoni. Watch that upper right-hand corner, right underneath the glove. Beautiful placement by Catoni. He's in the scoring column.
The officials in the crowd like that one as Catoni restores the score to where it was at halftime. Now it's a 4-goal advantage for Saskatchewan. Enju will hold this at center and now leave it off to the offense. As Robert Church will pick it up. Here's Church, looking to see what he's got to work with. He goes to the other side of the floor. That's Dodds, I believe. Dodds with a shot, save made by Higgins. He looked behind him briefly. And Philadelphia to the loose ball.
This is a 60-minute game here, folks. Don't count the Wings out right now. What they can do, 4 goals down. They can get a couple quick ones.
Catoni works it to the right side for Jones. Jones, one hand on the stick, looking for a lane, can't find one, dishes it off. Catoni's shot stopped. Rebound put across as Catoni picked it up and tried to find one of the guys on the left side. Rezataritz and McIntosh were there, kind of split him. Now Catoni gets it back, fires. Chiliano with the save, and he falls to the floor before that ball can get away from him. Had it tied up between the arm and the pad.
Big save, but good opportunity for Philadelphia right there.
Here's Triolo getting away from Tutton, dishes it off. Dodd's shot was blocked and is picked up by Tutton. Here's Tutton up the floor, got it to Rezataritz off the bench. Here's Tutton, fires, that's blocked. Rolls to Chiliano, who picks it up and moves it ahead to Dodds. Dodds with a step, shot, hit the goalpost. Rebound picked up and put home by Bobby Kidd III. Transition goal again for Saskatchewan. Their 14th of the night.
So difficult for Higgins to make both of those saves. The first shot came off the crossbar and just bounced right back into Bobby Kidd III's stick. Take a look at it. Dodds coming down the floor off the crossbar. Opportunistic bounce back to Kidd. Fake finish, 5-hole goal.
And that is his first goal of the season. He came in with just 4 assists on the year. It's only the 5th goal of his career and the first one for him since February 10th of 2023.
He's just a guy that does the dirty work. 64 loose balls on the season coming into today. Rewarded with his first goal.
Wings were trying to answer there, but Saskatchewan got a stop, and they're going to bring it back up the floor. Approaching the 5-minute mark remaining here in the 4th quarter. Here's Church, fires, scores! Robert Church puts another one home, and that completes the hat trick for him, his 7th point of the contest.
We highlighted him in the open. Robert Church, the Drexel Dragon, coming home, feeling comfortable. The stick is dialed in, beats Higgins under the stick. Another look at it, sets his feet, high stick, low shot along the pipe. Great goal by Robert Church.
So 7 points for Church on the night, 7 points now for Keenan.
9 different scores for Saskatchewan. That makes a big difference. You've got that many guys putting points on the board other than your top scorers like Church, Keenan, Mans, and Walter.
Joe Rezataritz sneaks one through, and then he gets shoved to the end boards for his troubles, and Sam LeClaire steps in.
Sam LeClaire ready to leave it on the floor.
And Joe Rezataritz picks up his first goal of the evening, 28 on the year. Bobby Kidd III in the middle of all this. You're going to see it here as he was defending Resetarits. Resetarits puts it home, and then there's the shove by Kidd. A dead ball foul called here.
Kidd III gave him some of the business after the shot. Sam LeClaire did not take lightly to that. Defending his teammate.
Yeah, you saw this two-handed shove to the back of Resetarits after the goal was scored. LeClaire answering that, but he's the one that goes to the box, so it's going to be another Saskatchewan power play as Joe Resetarits keeps his goal streak alive.
14 consecutive games now where he's got a goal scored. 13th consecutive game.
Smith moving it ahead to Messenger, and the Rush are going to take their time here to get things set up. Saskatchewan with the benefit right now, just trying to kill as much time as they can. Triolo fires one that's deflected by Zach Higgins up into the netting, and that gets us a timeout on the floor with 4:23 left to go in this fourth quarter. Home stretch is just ahead here at Wells Fargo Center, and the Saskatchewan Rush up by 5, 15-10 as we hit the final minutes. Welcome back to Wells Fargo Center, where Jimmy Quinlan and the Saskatchewan Rush are looking to snap a two-game losing streak. They're trying to get to 6-8 on the year, and they are 4:23 away from accomplishing that here at the end of a very busy stretch for Saskatchewan. 2 games last weekend, they lost them both. That put them in a precarious position, but they are close to climbing back out of it a little bit here if they can hold off the Philadelphia Wings over the final 4 minutes. Loose ball knocked ahead into the penalty boxes, and that's going to go back to Saskatchewan. Minute 10 left on the penalty to Sam LeClaire, so the Rush still operating here on the power play. Church behind the back to Triolo. That one was stopped by Higgins. He got a piece of it. Rush get it back with a fresh shot clock. This is Church on top of this unit. Here's a low shot, skips home, they score. It's a power play goal for Zach Mans. And he's completed the hat trick.
And that's what he does best on this team. He's the sharpshooter on the power play. That's his hat trick, but that's his 16th power play goal on the season. Just the sniper shot, little fake to the top. Just lets it rip. Little fake back to Church, sets his stick, half a cradle, rips it to that upper corner. Zach Mans with the hat trick.
Another Drexel product. He had 2 years there before turning pro, and he is the 3rd member of the Rush to record a hat trick here in this contest. Messenger trying to push one along. It's going to come to Dominy. He pushes it to the corner, and now Dominy will come out with it. Scott Dominy up the floor. Plays Reardon now on the right side. Reardon to Resetarits trying to shoot, but he was checked closely. Couldn't get it away. Tosses it to McIntosh. In front, Tate Katoni. He lost the handle on it. And it'll be Saskatchewan coming back up the floor. Bit of a tough go for the Wings here at Wells Fargo Center, obviously, this season. 1-6 coming into this game, and not looking like they're going to be able to add to that tonight. Got one more game here in their home slate. It comes up Saturday at 1 against Buffalo before the Wings close the season with 3 straight on the road. Here's Dodds to the net, tucked it home, but he stepped on the crease, and the Wings come right back out with it.
3 games on the road starting after this Saturday versus Buffalo at home. Then they go to Panther City in Fort Worth, Texas, at Colorado on April 12th, and then at Rochester on Sunday, April 21st.
We got a penalty coming up here against Saskatchewan, delayed call, and it'll be blown down now after that pass was intercepted. There was a penalty spotted behind the net.
Saskatchewan number 43, 2 minutes slashing.
And that is a slashing call on Jake Boudreau. It's going to give the Wings the power play. Assuming this result holds, Saskatchewan has set up one heck of a showdown in week 19 as they are going to draw even with the Calgary Roughnecks at 6 and 8, and the two teams will play a home and home next weekend.
Home and home, back to back,
Yep.
that is. April 5th, then it right back at it at Calgary April 6th.
Here's Cattoni scoring on the power play. Holden Cattoni rips home his second of the game. And Cattoni striking twice on the man advantage here this evening.
You see the accuracy of Holden Cattoni, number 19. Just kind of looking for his spot, and he finds it. Picks that corner. It's going to be a great angle. Look at this upper left-hand corner. Boom. Almost deja vu shot from the last goal. His second on the night. Beautiful goal on the power play for Holden Cattoni.
Wings win the ball off the faceoff, and Isaiah Davis-Allen is shoved from behind, so that's going to be another penalty on Saskatchewan. Bobby Kidd III heads to the box.
Saskatchewan penalty number 3, 2 minutes. Check from behind.
Wings will gladly take the power play opportunity.
Here we go. It's Mitch Jones starting up high. Cattoni, Rezza-Terrence, back to Cattoni, fires. It's through and in. Chiliano got a piece of it, but not enough. Wings only need 8 seconds to capitalize on that power play. And they're back within 4 with 1:46 left to go.
Make a mistake and the Wings power play will make you pay. Holden Cattoni with a blast from outside. Sweeping to the top. Give and go with Rezza-Terrence. Switching it up to the right side pipe this time. Beats him under his glove hand for the goal that trickles in. Cattoni, he's got 3 on the night. He had 3 last week as well. A late hat trick for Cattoni.
And a power play hat trick at that. As all 3 goals come here in the 4th quarter and on the man advantage, and the Wings with possession. Zach Higgins is going to head to the bench as the Wings are going to opt for the extra attacker. Here's Jones up top. Now here's McIntosh. Cattoni, the hot hand, tried to skip it across the crease. That hit the referee, but fortunate bounce for the Wings. Jones, skip pass across, again, not quite complete. And Higgins quickly back to his crease as Saskatchewan comes over the line. 20 seconds to shoot. Time of the essence here if you're Philadelphia, but Saskatchewan's just going to try to eat as much as they can. Mann's around behind the net with 10 to shoot. Faked the handoff to Church. Now he's running back toward the net. Gets it to Church, looking to shoot. Save made by Higgins, and it skips out of play. That's a huge break for Saskatchewan as they were almost out of time, but they're going to get a fresh shot clock.
Great save by Higgins. Church looked like he had that upper corner. Higgy made the high save.
52 shots on goal now for Saskatchewan in this game. As Church is just going to camp out near center. He's pressured now by Tutton, but there's just not going to be enough time here for Philadelphia to do much more as Triolo skips one in. Wings will pick it up. Alex Pace with 18 seconds headed up the floor. And the Wings are going to call a timeout here, so they're going to draw up a final play that probably will involve an extra attacker. But again, this week, Scott, it's been a situation where a strong defensive effort by the opponent just frustrates the Wings for a little bit too much of the contest.
Solid defense. Got McComb trying to dial something up. 4-goal deficit, 17 seconds. Credit to Saskatchewan coming in here, having one of their better offensive performances on the year. 9 different goal scorers tonight.
So the Wings come back out on the floor. Higgins is going to stay on the bench. Mitch Jones will take possession back near the restraining line on the Wings end. So the Wings looking to add one more goal to this total. Here comes Jones across midfield. Dish it off to Katoni. Reza Terrence shakes and bakes. Shot stopped Chiliano. Rebound put back toward the net. He keeps that out as well. And it's thrown the length of the floor, wide of an open net. And that will do it, as there's a gathering in front of the Saskatchewan cage, but nothing more coming of that. And the Saskatchewan Rush take a huge win out of Philadelphia as they complete their 3-game road trip with a 16-12 victory.
Saskatchewan, there you go, 3-2 in the last 5 games. Started that season 3-6. What a great step forward today for the Saskatchewan Rush, getting the victory at home against Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Wings turn around and come right back here to the Wells Fargo Center against Buffalo, one of the most high-powered offenses in the National Lacrosse League. Josh Byrne, Dane Smith coming in for the Buffalo Bandits. It's going to be a great game on Saturday, one of the top teams, and a historic battle. 2 traditional franchises, Buffalo versus Philadelphia, coming up. But tonight was Saskatchewan's day.
So here's how it looks after this one. Saskatchewan goes to 6-8 on the year, and they have tied the Calgary Roughnecks ahead of a back-to-back home-and-home series between the clubs next weekend. That's got the potential to send one of those teams shooting up the standings. Remember, it's a bit of a light week this week in the NLL, but everybody's going to be back in action, and all those teams on the right side of that ledger trying to get over to the left as the top 8 make the playoffs, and plenty of teams still within striking distance thanks to just a little bit of a log jam there from 5 through 8, all up for grabs. We're going to send it down to the floor with our Mary McGinnis, who's got Robert Church, our player of the game.
A career high 800 points tonight. What does that milestone mean to you?
Yeah, I didn't even know that, but yeah, it's good. I've been fortunate to stay healthy and play a long time in this league, and have some success. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty cool.
Today was a must-win to stay in the playoff race. How can you build off this and push for a playoff spot?
Yeah, I mean, we got a few days off here, and then we're back-to-back with Calgary, and a team kind of in the same spot. So we got a grind of a season to end the year, but it's in our hands, and if we win some games, we can put ourselves in a good chance of getting in.
Congrats, good luck.
Thank you.
So a big night for Robert Church with 8 points on the year, Scott, on the night. Big milestone for him and a big win for Saskatchewan.
Yes, comes back to Philadelphia. Drexel Dragon that, liked scoring in his hometown where he went to college and he got his 800th point. Congratulations to him.
Well, that'll do it for us tonight here at Wells Fargo Center. Once again, our final score, the Saskatchewan Rush 16 and the Philadelphia Wings 12. NLL action continues tomorrow, or Saturday rather, when the Wings host the Bandits to close out their home campaign at 1 Eastern. For Scott Gabrielson, Mary McGinnis, and our entire crew, I'm Brian Smith. This has been a presentation of the National Lacrosse League in association with Freedom Broadcast Studios. Thanks for watching and have a good night from Philadelphia. Saskatchewan takes the win.